Hello again from CCK Law. Today we're discussing a disturbing July 2025 report from VA's Office of Inspector General, or the OIG. The OIG has examined whether VA is properly correcting past errors in burn pit-related disability claims, and their findings were pretty startling. Just for context, burn pit exposure refers to veterans' contact with toxic smoke from large open-air waste fires on bases mostly found in the Middle East. These exposures are now linked to many chronic illnesses. Under VA policy, whenever a veteran submits a substantially complete claim, staff must assist by ordering medical exams or opinions if there's any reasonable indication that the condition could be linked to that service. Basically, if the veteran served in a burn pit location, has a current disability, and there's evidence that that condition might be related to that service, VA has to act on it. Staff must also send a burn pit fact sheet to the veteran's medical examiner outlining possible health effects to watch out for.
So that is where things have been going wrong. In 2022, the OIG found that VBA staff usually got it right when they granted benefits, but that in most denials, the claims were denied too early. The problem was premature denials before VA collected all of the needed evidence. Most often, they failed to get medical opinions that included the required burn pit fact sheet. In one reviewed sample out of 1,000 burn pit related conditions that were denied, 870 of them were processed incorrectly. And of those, 630 denials could have changed if VA had just collected the evidence they were supposed to.
So what happened next? OIG asked VA to go back and fix those early denials. VA said that they did and asked to close the case, but when OIG double-checked, they found that VA still hadn't corrected a significant number of claims. In the first dataset, veterans who clearly claimed burn pit exposure, about 280 of them were still left with uncorrected processing errors, and most of those errors involved them skipping the required medical opinion or leaving out the fact sheet. In another group, veterans with respiratory conditions commonly linked to burn pits but not flagged as exposure-related by VA, the situation was worse. Of more than 4,200 conditions, 4,100 were improperly processed, and about 3,900 of those could have impacted the veteran's benefits. Imagine being told your claim was received and everything was fine, only to learn later that nobody even asked the right medical questions, and that's what happened here.
So to see how these mistakes play out in real life, let's look at two examples from the report. In one case, a veteran who served in Iraq and Afghanistan claimed a skin condition. VA ordered a medical opinion, but they forgot to send the burn pit fact sheet to the examiner. The examiner said the skin issue wasn't related to service, but without the fact sheet, that opinion was incomplete. In another case, an Iraq veteran claimed sleep apnea, but didn't say it was burn pit related. VA denied the claim without considering that the veteran had served in Iraq and that respiratory illnesses like sleep apnea are known to be caused by burn pit exposures. VA policy clearly states that even if a veteran doesn't say the word burn pit, staff still have a duty to consider whether that is based on their service location. These are not small errors. They're mistakes that may be costing veterans their disability benefits, even when the rules say that those claims should be fully evaluated.
After OIG pushed back, VA agreed with the findings and committed to further action. They plan to set up a dedicated work group to re-review the claims and put quality controls in place to prevent this from happening again. The work group's goals include identifying root causes, establishing new training procedures, and ensuring future claims involving burn pit exposure are fully and properly developed. But as of now, OIG has kept two key recommendations from the original report open. They'll be requesting quarterly updates until they're satisfied that veterans' claims are being handled correctly and fairly.
So right now, the ball is back in VA's court. The agency says that they'll fix this, but the OIG isn't going to let go until they prove it. We will keep you posted on what happens with that. So please like and subscribe if you found this helpful, and leave questions and comments below. Take care.